First,
Oh,
okay.
well, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out, buddy, and coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I think this is cool. This is my first interview.
Oh, get out, really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I am happy to be your first interview then.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Well, it's the first of many more to come, right?
Yes, claim it. My
There you go.
affirmations. Mhm. Even manifestation.
Well, you definitely stay busy. Like I looked at your page and the stuff that you do, and you photography, and you also model, and you act, and you do music, and I don't think there's nothing you aren't doing. So
Yeah.
how do you find time to do everything?
I mean, I've always been kind of like the go-getter, like in my like family, always just love to try this and try that. As a kid, I'm just like, oh, I want to try, soccer. I want to try like, tennis. I want to try like, football. So I've always just been kind of like that kind of person.
Okay, see, there you go. And I see you've also done some shoots, modeling shoots, and you also are the one behind the lens too.
Yes.
So what do you prefer more, you think? Do you prefer being the model or being behind it?
I think I prefer to be behind it. Like I
Okay.
like model and I love like having my photos taken. And it's crazy because when I started photography, I did it so I can learn more how to pose in front of the camera. So the more
Mhm.
I actually did it, I'm like, wait, I actually like being behind it and like seeing the vision come to fruition and work with different people. And it's refreshing to see like their faces light up when they see the photo and they're like, oh my gosh, I love it. So that gives me a good feeling.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
And when you're the one in front of the lens, like what modeling shoot do you think was like your most fun to do?
My favorite modeling shoot. So I did this shoot, I want to say close to a year ago, and it was like this
Mhm.
surreal Eat the Rich shoot. It was through like this DAS campaign, and it was like a digital Black Friday sort of thing. And I had like this blonde wig, and we had like this money cake, like a Jello cake with like cash in it, and I had cake all over my face, and it was just like completely crazy, and I loved it because it was just so wild and wacky and fun to do.
Oh my God, yes, definitely.
I'll show you the pictures. They were crazy.
Yeah, definitely show me that. And dan dancing is a big part of your life too. Like you dance as well. Like do you also do choreographing too?
I don't do choreography like right now for myself, but I do love to dance. I do my dance lessons maybe 2, 3 days a week, and I'm still new to it because there are days where I'm just like, oh, everyone is like really getting it. I'm just like, oh wait, show me the routine one more time. Let me get into the motion. But even outside of that, it's like to be able to move your body and just feel the music and feel the
Yeah.
people. It's a fun experience nonetheless. I love it.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks fun. Like what are there any dance artists that you love watching?
Oh yeah. I love Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson, she is a beast at her dancing. Like Michael Jackson, I'm a huge
Oh
fan of
my
him. Aaliyah. I'm trying to
yes.
think who else. Like all those greats, like the people who came up, like they really got me into dancing. Like I remember being like 15 trying to learn some Michael Jackson choreo. So I'm just like, those people are truly like icons to me.
Oh my God, yes.
Mhm.
My favorite dancer, choreographer, and then became a singer was Paula Abdul. Like she was my
Okay.
all-time favorite. Like I love her.
Yes, yes. Tala is dope.
Yeah. Yeah, like she's been at that game for a long time.
Yeah, she a legend for sure.
Oh yeah. I saw her live too. Like she before COVID hit, she was touring. It was like her first tour in like 20 years.
Oh wow.
And she was touring, and I was like, oh my God, I have to go see Paul Abdul. And I bought like the meet and greet and everything,
Oh,
and as soon as I came through the curtain, she was right there, and I just froze, and I couldn't say nothing. And
Oh,
she went up to me and she gave me a hug, and she's like, "It's okay, honey, it's okay." And she was like the sweetest person.
that is so sweet. Did you have a good time?
Oh my God, yeah, it was so much fun.
That sounds like fun. Oh, I would have been nervous. Like, oh my gosh, hi, like meeting your idol. That is so sweet.
Yeah, like she even came off the stage, like she ended the show with one of her big hits, Forever Your Girl, you know, that song she does. And she walked off the stage. I was like right in the front, and she went right up to me and she's singing in front of me, and I was like ready to pass out.
I'm gonna pass out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lifetime experiences. Like, oh my gosh. Like, wow. That's something amazing. So
Yeah, definitely. And when you are, because you also do music too and do songs, and when you're writing songs, like what do you do to get ready to write a song? Like what's your mind frame to get ready to actually come up with lyrics and write?
my mind frame is so with music, I just kind of write like what I feel. And my
Hmm.
biggest things is like the things I love is music and movies and just playing characters. So I bring a lot of my acting into my music. So there
Okay.
are times where I'm just like, if I was playing a character like this, what would this person say? And I'll just write some things. And it's just like, wow, this resonates with my life. So things I just feel inspired by. And there are some days where I'm just like, I want to feel free to write the most craziest stuff, the most wildest, silliest things that may never get heard. But I want to give myself like that free reign to just like let it out and express myself.
That's good. I like that. And what was the first song like you ever wrote and made?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I wrote this song, I want to say like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And it was a rap song. Cause back then I was like, I didn't even want to be an artist really. I was like, well, I want to write songs for other people. I want to write a rap song for the city girls. And it was called like Budget. And it was
Okay.
like a song about like when you're dealing with somebody who's just like, they ain't gotta like that. Like, oh, he in a budget, you in a budget, da da da. And I was like, the Carisha would eat this up. And I was just like, I'm gonna get this to City Girls, I'm gonna get this to JT, and like 1, 2, 3, 4. He in a but like that was like the first song I wrote. And it was like this crazy, like little song. And my friend heard it. She was like, oh my God, that's actually really dope. I could see other artists kind of singing it. So it kind
Yeah.
of gave me inspiration to do more of my own music. But that was the first.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Mhm. A little rap number. Yeah.
I see. That's all. That's great. I love it. And you also like wrote a song in a short, like Killer Heart. Like I saw that on your page, and I was watching it, and it's very well done. And what inspired you to make Killer Heart?
Oh, thank you. Killer Heart came from a time in my life where I was dealing with somebody really toxic, somebody
Mm.
who, because there's a saying like, oh, my heart bleeds for you. And
Well,
then
yeah,
that's when someone has empathy and they really care for you. And the situation was like, your heart doesn't bleed for me, it kills. Like, you try to constantly hurt me. So that's where the idea for the song came from. And Scream, I love like Scream, the horror movie. So I'm
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
the song that's like a horror kind of thing and getting
Definitely.
that.
That's what I loved about it.
Yes, I love horror movies. And the little short film, I just thought about like the feelings I had. Like I was going crazy. I was like, I look like a clown. I'm gonna do a clown thing and just like make that the aesthetic and go out and have fun with my friends when I shot it. So it was a good time for sure.
All right.
Mhm.
And I could tell you're a big horror fan, because another thing I saw on your page is you had a Nightmare on Elm Street themed video.
Yes, 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 yes.
So you have to tell me about that.
I'll give you all the details. So with that, it's a song that actually recently came out last week called Dream Fever. It's available on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. And that song, I wrote it about, when you have like this ideal fantasy of somebody and it's like completely not real, but you're in love with the fantasy, you're in love with this dream of like this
Yeah.
experience, and it just kind of takes over. So that's where the song came from. And the music video, I love this scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy's like coming like through the walls and like the girls like
Yes,
singing.
definitely.
Like, it's so spooky, right? So I'm just like,
Yeah.
ooh, they gave me inspiration for something where I'm like coming under the bed and I had like this smoky look outside with the lights, and I wanted just to feel like a dream, like this like surreal kind of dream. And I definitely got that. So that was fun. And that video will be out very, very soon for people to watch.
Okay.
I'm proud of it. It was the most fun time I ever had filming a video.
Wow. And yeah, Freddy isn't someone you want to encounter when you're dreaming.
Oh no. Oh no. I was scared of Freddy Krueger. I did not see the movie until I was probably like 18 years old because I'm just like, I'm messing with that. I used to watch like Michael Myers, like, okay, I can get into this, but Freddy, he used to terrify me as a child. So I was like, I can't do it. I can't.
Well, the first film, like from the second film on up, like he did jokes when he killed people, but
Yeah.
like the first film, he was serious and scary, and especially the scene where he drags Tina up the wall, cutting her open, dragging her all over the wall, throwing her down on the bed. Like I was like, oh my god, this seems brutal.
Brutal. I was just like traumatized. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't. I was like scared to go to sleep. Like I could not get into that at all. Like, whew, Freddy was a nightmare for me, literally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. And so you have this new song out, the Dream Fever, and I saw like your shots that you do for it, like photo shots you have for it and everything. So what do you like most about the song and about making it?
My favorite thing about Dream Fever is it has like this 80s like retro kind of vibe. Like it just feels very like you can groove to it and just kind of vibe out. And it has like this atmosphere. Like when I made the song, I wanted to do something completely different. Like bring my acting into it, do like voices and have a high pitched voice, a low pitched voice, and something kind of spooky and ominous throughout the song, which I love. And I never really got the freedom to really explore that territory with my music. So I was really happy I got to open up, explore new things with the song. I love the beginning. It's like tick, tock, tick, like a clock going around, like about to go to sleep. And I sampled like this song from a movie called Shark Boy and Lava Girl. If you've seen
Oh
it,
yeah.
that was like my favorite film as a child. And I sampled like the song like dream, 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 dream. So that's in the beginning of it. And that's like one of my favorite parts because like it's nostalgic and it's fun. And I think people will like it.
No, you see the clock when I saw that on your page too for the for Dream Fever. It's like you have like a big clock. It's like a clock theme,
Yes.
and that took me back to the last season of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
you see the season?
Yeah. Oh, I love like season 4. I was
Yeah,
I was a big fan.
and
Vecna.
the whole thing with the clock and yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's what that reminded me of.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a huge Stranger Things fan. Like, I love the latest season because it leaned into that horror 80s kind of vibe, like the Nightmare on Elm Street and very spooky. So that definitely was intentional. Like, I'm a big fan of Stranger Things.
Yeah, same. I love that show. That's probably like one of my favorite like horror themed shows.
Yes, yes, for sure. I'm so sad it's the last season. I'm just like, oh
I
no, like I want
know.
more.
I
Like,
don't want it to end. I was crying when I heard that season 5 BDM. But
yeah.
if you like for anyone who hasn't seen season 4, I don't know why, but like if you saw season 4, you kind of know it's coming to an end. Like they can't do much more.
Yeah. That's true. I was really surprised because it took a big risk for me because I feel like with most of the seasons it kind of wrapped everything up in a bow. But season 4 is like the bad guy kind of won. So it's like
I know. Well,
it,
I mean, Elle beat him, but then she really didn't beat him because he was still there.
exactly. So I think it was a strong way to end the season. Very well
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, I don't know what you in season 5. I kind of think that Elle's gonna die, and then Mike and Will are gonna wind up ending up together.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I want to see that. I think Will and his story coming out, I think it'll be dope to see.
Yeah.
Do think that Will, because they kind of tease he has like an evil side or he's still connected to like the dark world.
I know.
That'll be interesting to see come back, him kind of still be in that world and maybe have to fight L. I'm here for it. I'll be tuned in with my popcorn.
And it's funny too, because like the actors like Noah Schnapp and Millie are actually like really best friends, like the
Yeah,
closest friends.
mhm. That's gonna be funny. Like they'll have fun with that for sure.
And what do you what would you say your sound is like for your music? Like is it like a cross between different areas?
It is. So I started calling my music bubblegum R&B because it has like this like pop flavor, but also in the R&B world. And I don't like to be boxed in. I feel like as a Black artist, you're always sort of like, oh, you're R&B or you're rap or
Yeah.
you're pop or you're this or you're that. So I'm like, I want to create a lane for just people who want to explore different things. Like you don't have to be boxed in. You can have your own subgenre. I call my music bubblegum R&B. I think it blends the two worlds. Tomorrow I might want to do country or rock. I think that's like the freedom of being an artist. You can try different things and not like, well, I gotta stick to this forever. It's like, no, it's 2023. You can do whatever you want to do. Tomorrow I might do gospel. Like nobody can stop me.
Hey, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right about that.
I believe it.
And like you do music and dance, like and like what drew you to the acting side? Like was song and dance first or was acting first?
Acting was actually first for me.
Oh, okay.
Acting was first. I grew up in the arts. I attended a performing arts academy from age 5 until possibly 11 or 12. So I've always kind of been in the acting, music, dancing world. But back then, acting was like at the forefront. Like I've done theater my
Yeah.
entire life, and like professionally, I started my career at 16. I was like, I want to audition. I want to get out and do headshots and do the Disney thing and audition a lot of stuff, which I did, and I still do. Like I still act, but I think at
Mhm.
a point in time, possibly the pandemic, when everything like really slowed down, I was like, I want to try music. It's something I've never done. And I think it'll be just cool to try and write songs, be in my room and producing. I just think it'll be so much fun. So that's how that got started.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, it's a
And that's amazing.
thank you. Thank you.
And you say you did like a lot of stage work,
Mhm.
theater. Like, is there a certain play that you had like the most fun with?
The most fun, let me see. Like I did Annie when I was a kid, and
Oh,
that's
nice.
a cliche answer, but like I love that because it was like I never got to really do a musical. I've only
Yeah.
done like acting when it comes to like theater and plays. So to do a musical and I played like 3 different characters, I had a good time doing that. I loved it. I did. What else I do? I did Othello, I think, at one point in high school. That was interesting because I know a lot of theater people love Shakespeare and they just
Yeah.
love all of that. And I had to grow to love Shakespeare, to be honest, because it was just it wasn't anything personal with like his work. The dialogue was so
Mhm.
tricky to learn as an actor, but my theater teacher was like, if you can master this and learn this, you can kind of do about anything because it is
Oh
really
my God. Yeah.
deep. So I will always be grateful for that experience for sure. 'Cause it was tough, but I loved it.
I mean, when you were doing the play Annie, like, was the sun will come out tomorrow? Was that stuck in your head all the time?
Oh, the whole song, like the whole track list, like the song come out to it's a hard not like everything was stuck in my head. Like and that play, that movie, it lives rent free in my head, honestly. Like
Okay.
yeah, sometimes I just go back in my mind and think that was the moment I wanted to really be an actor because of that play. I remember telling my mom, like, after it, I had my makeup and the costume on. We went to get a smoothie, and I was like, I want to do this forever. I want to be an actor my entire life. And that's how it started. So thank you, 10-year-old Dallas. Thank you. It set me up. Set me up. for sure. Mhm.
And speaking of songs stuck in your head, like we both watched the season 4 of Stranger Things, Running Up the Hill.
Mm, that was stuck in my head. It's still on my playlist for sure. Like Kate Bush, I listened to the album, like her whole
Oh,
album.
okay.
I had heard the song like in different versions. There was a
Mhm.
rock remix that came out like in the early 2000s, and they use that song a lot on like different TV shows. But I'm happy people discovered like her real original song because it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like she's definitely like that pop 80s soul. She has such a blend of genres that's like, wow, you can do it all.
Oh wow. See, like the only song I heard of hers is that I'm gonna have to listen to more.
The album is amazing. I was like, Kate,
Really?
she has something to say. She has something to say for sure.
Oh.
Hmm.
I mean, could you picture like if you're Kate and you know the show's out and one morning you wake up and your song's the number one song streaming again after all those years, you probably like, what the hell just happened?
Like, what? Like, I'm trending. I don't know what show? Stranger Things. Like, am I doing these kids? Like, what? He was probably just like gas, like, oh, but that's how you know you are that person because when they still play your songs and you got a whole new generation playing it, you are that bitch. Like Kate,
Yes.
she got her flowers. Continue to
Yeah.
get her flowers. Hmm.
And you were on set. I mean, Stranger Things is a huge show, but you were on set for a show just as big as that,
Uh-huh.
Cobra Kai. So, how was the set like, and what actors did you wind up working with?
So the set was actually really fun. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was extremely nervous when I booked that job. I'm like, I have to be there on time. Make sure I don't ever want to be late anywhere. That gives me my stomach will hurt if I'm late anywhere. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't. But it was fun. It was actually very, very fun. The cast was really cool. The production, they were just like the sweetest people ever. Made me really, really comfortable. I'd worked with, I want to say Hawk and
Oh yeah.
the other character, his friend. I worked with him. They were extremely nice. Like Hawk was, he came up to me, he introduced himself, and he spoke. And he was just very, very kind. Everybody gave me some really good like just feedback, and I felt comfortable. The director was nice. Like everybody was really nice on that set. So I enjoyed
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I think Hulk is probably my favorite character on the show. I love Hulk.
Yeah, it's like he's cool. He's a cool guy.
Okay, okay.
It was fun.
And Tulsa King, like I actually interviewed Sylvester Stallone about Tulsa King.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. I want to go watch that.
Yeah, it was really cool. And you play Julius on Tulsa King. So did did you get to share any lines or scenes with the man himself, Sly?
I really wish I got to meet Sylvester Stallone. I'll be like, oh, Mr. Stallone. I just want to say thank you. But he's a really cool guy. I mean, I never met him, but he seems nice.
Yeah.
The production, the cast, they were extremely nice to me. They flew me from Georgia to Oklahoma. It was my first time in Oklahoma. And I had a great time. I mean, the food was really nice, the production was nice. I love how people just they make themselves really feel like family. Even when you're just there for a day, they make you just feel like you've been there for about like a whole like 2 months, you know?
Oh
So
wow.
that was the environment for Tulsa Kings.
Okay, okay. Yeah, like you would never think like they would make a show about Tulsa because you don't hear much about Tulsa,
At
and
all.
and then when they made a show about, it, I was like, all this stuff really goes on in Tulsa.
I had no idea. I was like, I just used to think like, oh, it's Oklahoma. It's just like the country. And it's just like, wow, it's all this out here. Like, damn,
I
like,
know, right?
let me see what's going on. But the food was amazing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the food was really, really good. I was surprised. I was like, I ate good that week. I ate good.
What was your what was what was your like best thing to eat in
Honestly,
Tulsa?
in Tulsa, they had like this really good like steakhouse I went to.
Oh,
I
nice.
some nice steak. They had amazing pizza. Had some
Really?
Tulsa really had some good food. It was like this little soul food place I found. I was just trying to find anytime I travel, I'm the person that's like, okay, where's like the best place to eat? Where's like a good restaurant? Where's like, like, so I was just going around in my Uber trying different spots and I had a good time. Exploring the city too, like riding the scooters and just like getting to see the environment, taking pictures. It was fun.
Wow.
Hmm.
See, I would never think pizza with Tulsa.
Right. You wouldn't. I was expecting to eat like corn on the cob when I got there. So
Yeah, like like steak and meats and corn on the cob and yeah, macaroni and cheese. Like that's what you think of when you think of Tulsa for
yeah.
like food.
Pizza was good. It was smashing for sure. I enjoyed it.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
So, all right.
You gotta go.
Tulsa is a food place. I
Like,
like it.
take it from me. Take it from me. I'm a foodie.
And I see you take really good care of your skin. You even have stuff on your page about skincare. So if you're a guy and you want to take good care of your face and your skin, like what do you recommend for guys for their face?
Oh yeah, I love skincare. So for guys, so I shave pretty often for auditions or just for photo shoots. And I think a lot of things that men have trouble with is like, hyperpigmentation and ingrown hairs and things like that.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
the biggest thing is to like exfoliate maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I have like a gentle exfoliating scrub. You can get them
Oh,
from, like any drugstore places. It doesn't have to be expensive, but I like to gently exfoliate my skin. I also use a steamer. So before I shave, I'll exfoliate. Then I'll use like a steamer just to kind of like double exfoliate to get really in those crevices of your skin. And then I go in with the shave and I just do it really lightly. SPF is everybody's best friend, like men, women, kids, like everybody. Like everyone should use SPF because like the sun is really like not harming us, but like it can trigger certain parts of your skin. Like if you have like breakouts or hyperpigmentation, dark spots, it can kind of make it worse. So if you're trying to lighten certain spots of your face, definitely put on some SPF before you leave the house and moisturize. Like get some lotion, y'all. Like just put some lotion on your face, your body, your elbows. Like don't be ashy. That's bad. So that's my biggest advice for skincare with
oh,
guys, everybody too. Mhm.
what's SPF?
Sunscreen.
Oh,
Sunscreen, yeah. It's sunscreen, y'all.
okay. And like what facial cream do you use? Like I have like that Saint Ives or whatever that's called, Saint Ives, Saint
Uh-huh.
Evis or whatever they call it.
So for me, I use a mixture of products. Like I don't like to spend a lot of money with skincare. I used to. I was like a skincare like, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. But what I had to learn, kind of just like growing up, I try a lot of samples at Sephora. You can go
Yeah.
there. You can try like different moisturizers or eye creams, and you have to see what works with your skin because everyone's skin is different. And I think for me, I was watching like, all these gurus of like, well, this person got this and their skin looks like that. Let me go and buy it. And I broke out. Like, that's just how it is. I'm breaking out because of, people telling me different products. So I just always say to people, you kind of have to just like trust your gut and just like know that what works for you will work for you. And some things may be kind of universal, but some things are a little bit more tricky, different skin
Oh
type.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like it works on some and don't on others, and what works on the others don't work on you. So yeah.
It's true. It's true.
And you keep yourself in really good shape. I saw your pictures for modeling, and you definitely have like a really good build. So, what do you do to stay in shape?
Thank you. That really means a lot to me.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I go to the gym 3 days a week. I work out with a personal trainer of mine. Shout out to
Oh,
I do this workout with him and we do cardio, we do arms, we do legs, abs, we do everything. And sometimes it's tricky for me because I'm somebody who likes to eat. Like my thing is food. I will get to the gym. My trainer is just like, so what did you eat today? And I'm just like, a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's like, I was having a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't have anything. So it's like I have to kind of just like hold myself accountable and like, I guess I'll have oatmeal today. I guess I'll be eating my baked chicken and broccoli. But I think I had to just learn like a balance with it. Like I can still go out and have a little bit of fun, but also
Yeah.
make sure that I'm eating like the things I need to eat. So I do the
Okay.
workouts like 3 days a week with my trainer. So yeah, painful. Like I just gotta get through it. It's hard. So making it through, making
Yeah.
it.
What's your favorite junk food, cheap food?
Oh, donuts. I
Donuts, yeah.
love donuts. I was telling my friend like that is my thing. I literally went to Krispy Kreme and I had 3 donuts. And I did not feel bad. I just that was delicious. Like I love me some donuts. And I'm not like a big pastry person. Like I'm not like I want a cake, I want a cookie, I want ice cream. I'm like I want a donut. That's my donuts and tacos. I love them.
Oh, tacos are so good. But I mean, tacos really aren't bad for you, right? Because it's like chicken and lettuce and
Because I
beans
get
and rice. And so, like, I don't see why that's bad.
by the tacos I get like these huge burrito tacos that's like fried. I get the sauce and I get like about 2 of them, eat the ramen with it. I I don't be getting the healthy tacos. Maybe that's my problem. I don't get the healthy tacos. I get the balance. That's it. I'm a foodie for life, man. I love talking about food.
Well, my favorite donut is glazed donut. I love that. That's like my, if I'm eating a donut, I usually always go with glazed. Like, I love that.
Same. That's my go-to too.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Damn,
Yes.
it makes me want to take a walk now to Dunkin' Donuts. But
I know. I'm over here like, "Damn, I get a donut. Because now I'm just the whole time. I'm like, got a little sweet tooth. So
but you know, if you go and eat that donut, your trainer's gonna holler at you.
of course, he's always hollering at me. We always just like it's like an older brother. We be getting going back and forth. He's like, "You're supposed to eat that." I'm like, "Okay, Dom, let me do this workout." Like we are just it's a whole show. If somebody filmed us, it would be hilarious because we're just going back and forth. So he's a good trainer. So
There you go.
mhm.
So, what about what kind of music do you like listening to? Like, what's on your playlist?
So right now, what am I listening to? I've heard Miley Cyrus's new album. I think her album
Mhm.
is really, really good. SZA, I'm still playing SZA's album. I heard Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice's remix. I thought that was really cool. I like to actually keep up with, what's going on with music, even just not the bigger artists, like
Yeah.
Obscure, smaller indie artists. I like Lou Val is a really good artist I enjoy. He has like this alternative R&B vibe. Um, so that's the kind of music I listen to. A lot of R&B, a lot of like funky kind of music, and throwbacks too. Like when I'm in the car, I throw like my 2000s playlist. Like I want to hear like Usher or like Aaliyah or like Britney Spears. Like I want to listen to just like old stuff like that. So that's what I like to listen to too. Can't never
Oh,
go with the good throwback.
true. True. And what would be your go-to karaoke song if you were with people doing that?
My go-to that's a good question. Go-to So I just be thinking that like I can sing everything, but I go to Diamonds by Rihanna. They put that
Okay,
song,
yeah.
just like and there's like I sing that song like anything by Rihanna I can just like get into. I'm trying to think what else. I'll sing a little bit of Michael Jackson. Like, if y'all put on Man in the Mirror, like be prepared to hear me try to just get that high. Like, so that's some things that I like to sing. So yeah.
Nice.
Karaoke, get some shots, and just like, okay, let me get the mic. I will sing anything. I'll sing anything.
What what kind of shots do you do?
So I like vodka. I like vodka. I like some Hennessy.
Okay.
I'm not like the biggest drinker, but like when I am just like, let me go ahead and do some stuff. That's kind of stuff I like to drink. Something that's like get me a little fiery.
There you go.
Hmm.
Me, I'm more of a Jack.
Jack. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's like if I'm doing shots, like I like doing Jack, and now I'm like I love the like Jack Daniels isn't just plain anymore. Now
Mm.
they got like the Fireball Jack Daniels. They got the Honey Jack Daniels. They even got Apple now.
Mm.
So yeah, it like so I got spoiled now. I can't drink Jack straight no more. I either have to have the honey, the cinnamon, or the apple.
That sounds good. Like a little mm-hmm. Something strong. Be feeling it. I'm actually not even like I'm not a lightweight. Like I can. I remember I was at a friend's birthday party and we just took so many shots. I'm just like, okay, like I felt completely fine. I think
Yeah.
I don't drink often, but like so when I do, it I don't ever feel it. Not,
Okay.
yeah. So that's my little subtle flex. So drunk. Mhm.
And you mentioned how much you love horror films. I love horror films, and this is always a question that gets asked on my show: is what horror films do you love watching the most?
Oh, we can be here for hours. Cheers. So my favorite horror film of all time is Carrie. I think Carrie
Yes.
is amazing. It's a piece of art to me. I don't consider it a horror film. I consider it a modern drama. And
Mhm.
it's horror. It's like it got some drama tendencies because Margaret White, that is an unhinged lady. So I love Carrie. Scream is like my favorite horror franchise. Like
Oh
Scream,
my God, yeah.
forever be my favorite. Halloween is actually what got me into horror films,
Oh,
ironically.
really?
As a kid, I was just like, I seen like Halloween 2, like the old
Yeah,
one. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is creepy. Like, who is this person? So I watched like not all of them, but I seen most of them, like the ones with Jamie Lee Curtis, and they
Uh-huh.
were so. And also like the newer horror pictures, like Jordan Peele's Nope, Us, Get
Yes.
Out. Like I'm just waiting to see what he does next because he is a genius to me. I think
I
it's
know.
good.
And he even rebooted the Twilight Zone too.
Yes, I actually watched that. Like I'm gonna say
Yeah.
late last year, early this year. I was mad they canceled it. I was like, this is
No.
no, like I like this. And I'm a big fan of the Twilight Zone, like the
Yeah.
original.
Oh my God, such a classic series.
Right? Like, what's your favorite episode?
Oh, did you ever see the one where that they they make this girl think that she's not pretty because she's the only one with a normal face and everyone else has a deformed face?
Yes. Oh my God.
That was crazy.
Like when she had like wraps around her face, her head.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that was insane. That was just like, oh my gosh. We watched that in school, like, and I was just like, oh, I gotta watch this whole thing now. I'm just like obsessed with the aesthetic and just like the stories because they still hold
Yeah.
up. Like a lot of those like ideas and lessons, like they're still relevant today, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so many those episodes. Like there's so many. Then the ventriloquist when he set up his owner to fail, and then he went with the little girl, and it was crazy.
That is crazy. They have so many. I think my favorite one was let me think. So the guy, he's like living his life, and then the director yells cut and he realizes like he's an actor like his whole life is like fake and he just doesn't believe that he's an actor. He thinks he's the character, and I just thought that
Yeah.
was so genius. And there was one where it was like 12 characters like in the well. It was like a
Mhm.
ballerina, a homeless guy, and a clown, and they were just trying to figure out their purpose. And they were like actually toys in a children's donation box. And I was just like, y'all, this show is creative because I just wouldn't have never thought about that. Like,
Oh, I
it
know.
gets me thinking.
Like the stuff they came up with for that era, that surprised me because they came up with like modern stuff for that era.
They did a lot of it. It's crazy. It's like
I know.
it just kind of proves that a lot of the things that we experience is like cyclical. Like a lot of those things don't ever go out of style, and out of
Mhm.
like date. Like that show definitely deserves more flowers than it gets because
Oh my
not a lot
God,
of
yeah.
shows can hold up like that. It's my respect.
Oh, definitely. Did you see like for like the new horror films? Did you see like Smile and Halloween Ends and all that yet?
I haven't seen Smile, but it is on my list. And I did see Halloween Ends. I was in theater and I was just like eating it up because I'm like, this is like my fourth Halloween film I've seen.
Okay.
My fifth. I seen like the remakes when I was a
Yeah.
kid. My dad took me like for I think my seventh birthday to see this movie. And I'm just like, why? Like, why are you taking me this? I'm like 7 or 8. Like, and I just and I'm just really eating it, watching it up, like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, but I grew up with horror films. Like my
Yeah.
sister watched like, I think my first horror film was like a Japanese horror film. I think it was like
Nice.
One Missed Call, like the original one.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
the first one. So I was like desensitized. But Halloween Ends was I liked it. I know a lot of like the community kind of powder that film. I liked it.
Yeah.
Try something different. And I think I like different unique takes in like modern horror films.
See, I saw where they were going with that,
Mhm,
and I mean, I'm all for like Michael Myers passing the torch to someone new,
mhm,
but Michael is this powerhouse. Like he's human, but he's not human.
mhm.
And how easily Jamie Lee Curtis killed him, I had a problem with that.
Yeah, a lot of people did. They did. I think they really wanted to just like wrap that film up, but yeah, Jamie Lee, y'all been going at it for decades. It can't be that easy. But they said, look, it's called ends. It gotta end somehow. We gotta get out of here. So, but he never dies. I truly believe in about 5, maybe 10 years, they'll bring her back. They'll bring her
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean, as much hate as Halloween Ends got from the horror fans, like I don't think they can make that the final movie. Like they'll probably reboot it from the start again.
Yeah. I saw an idea online and it was actually kind of interesting. They were like, okay, what if we just picked it up from the original one, but we don't follow Laurie's character? We follow one of the victims, like maybe Annie, and see if she had lived, how things would have been different. And I think they could do that. They can do anything with this franchise because it's
And
gone down
they,
so many routes. So it's just like
yeah.
you can really do endless amount of opportunities. It's like a multiverse for horror films. Like you can do anything at this point.
I like that actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And is there anything coming up for you that you want to plug, or like, are you like any new music, any new TV or film?
Yes, so I am dropping the music video for my single Dream Fever. It is coming within the next 2 weeks. I just want to put that out there. I'm really excited for the video, for everyone to see it and love it as much as I do. I'm also planning a series for the song called Dream Fever, and it's kind of inspired by the Twilight Zone and Nightmare on Elm Street, where there's different characters and different scenarios. It's a dream sequence, and I think it'll be fun and a cool nod to like the movies and just be fun to do with my actor friends. So that's also coming soon. So and my EP, I have an EP dropping in the summer. So I'm excited for that. You guys can listen to all the songs and doing more performances and music videos coming along with it.
You are a very busy man.
Yes. I don't be thinking I'm busy. I think like, oh wow, these are just okay. But I think I have so much more free time, but it does keep me busy though. The
Oh
dancing.
yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, I think I just get so used to it. Mhm.
And where can fans follow you at?
They can follow me on Instagram. They can follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of horror movie content if people like more horror movie stuff from me. I make videos about different movies like that. I'm also on Twitter, Pinterest. I have a YouTube channel. I'm possibly on every platform.
Yeah,
um,
sounds it.
I have a Pinterest, guys. If you like just Pinterest boards of like food and just like travel destinations, like I have stuff like that. So gotta have my hand in different pots, but they can follow me on those places. Facebook, if anybody uses Facebook, I got a Facebook page for y'all. So
Okay, so you're on every app but the OnlyFans app, right? That's the only app you're not on.
oh yeah, I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm not for that life. I respect people. Gotta do what you gotta do, but you won't see me. fans right now. Waking up.
Well,
It's a family channel. Or Disney.
yeah. Hey, you never know. You might get called in to do one of those shows, and they'll be like, "You do what now?"
Oh, you never know. I gotta keep it PG.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. It's really awesome chatting with you. It's really fun meeting you. Like, and when your little horror series comes out, I would love for you to come back on and talk about it.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you for having me. Truly, this has been a really good experience. Like, I'm really grateful that you reached out to me. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm happy I did. Like it was really fun to talk to you.
Hmm. Yes, this is fun. We gotta talk more about Twilight Zone because I'm still like, I don't meet people who like that show a lot. So,
Oh my god, I love that show.
hmm, yes, share episodes because I have a lot more I want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're once your series comes out, we'll definitely talk about the series and more episodes of Twilight Zone. That would be awesome.
Yes. Yes. Really appreciate that. It'll be so much fun.
Nice, buddy. Well, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and your weekend. And again, thank you.
Thank you too, man. Enjoy your Saturday too. Have a great weekend.
All right, thank you.
Later. Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.